we have a 2000 Accord with leaking fuel and brake line. Let's take a closer look. There's a fuel leak. If you look right here, you can see that part of the brake line is sweating. Brake line over here is already leaking. I find with these cars a lot of times this cover right where it clamps onto the lines is where all the corrosion occurs. If you see right here like that, right where the clamp is, that's where the corrosion is, and that's where all your problems are. So, tools needed for the job: a double flaring kit, hard lines, double flare union. There's two types of fittings that I've seen used in brake repairs. One is the double flare, and next is the compression fitting. These are two different types of fittings that will work. First, the union fitting, the double flare looks as such. So the end of the line is double flared with the fitting, and you have the union nut to join, and then you have the compression fitting with a sleeve that you fit. So this is how the compression fitting works. Compression fitting works with the knot on the end, so this nut would slip over. Okay, so the nut would slip over, and then you have your sleeve that would slip over the line. I can't do it right now because it's really tight. And then the fitting would go on like so, and the line would get pinched with this compression sleeve, and that's how it would stay in place. I've seen both of these type of methods being used. The compression fitting works, but some people believe that the compression fitting is not as strong. They do work. For brake lines, I would generally try to use the double flare just because it is a stronger hold as opposed to the compression fitting, but they both work. Convenience wise, the compression fitting is much easier to work with as opposed to the double flare. So it's really based on preference. Both will work and both are safe. So, but I prefer the double flare for the extra bit of insurance and reliability. So how do we double flare? We have our double flare nut here, and what we would do here is, here's our line. So basically using this, we're able to join two lines together. Now here's the fitting, and there's the line. We put our fitting in, and we would use our tool, double flaring tool, to crimp this end. That way it will lock this in, and then we are able to twist this on to create a union for our double flare to join. I'll try to show you a sample. Alright, I can't find an example, so I'm just gonna make one right now. I got a hydraulic flaring kit here. This is really fancy. Most people wouldn't have this kit. So this is a lot more complicated and more involved than most people would need or have. So here is our line, and I will show you this. We'll need our tool here. Here's our tool. This is a hydraulic tool, and we will need 3/16. This is a 3/16 die for it. 3/16, and the cone. Using these three pieces, I'll be able to make a line. So I'm gonna take that line. Okay, so there's a sample. So imagine that this line was really long, and that's how we would do it. We have our die, and we place it in. We have our line here. Place it in the die. Place it in our hydraulic press here. Okay, let's see the setting. Okay. So we tighten up our hydraulic. I guess this is a handheld hydraulic press. Now, take notice that our line is set to be flush with the top. Alright, so it's raised and set to be at top. Okay, lock that in. Now first we put this inverted cone on, our 3/16 45-degree inverted cone. So we place it in the press, and we wind it down. Wind it down. Take notice. Make sure that it's that the little protrusion fits into the inside of the tube. So we wind this down, basically till it stops on this one. Tighten up our, close off the, close off the valve, and then we just pump this, and you see it's moving. Okay, it stopped. Release. Okay, release this. Now take out the cone, and you can see that the top of the line has been pressed. And now we place the cone in. There's our 45-degree cone. Is it 45 degrees? Doesn't say, but it's our cone. Again, wind it down, tighten this up, and then we continue, and we press it again. Okay, it stops, it's tight. Release, take this back out, take your cone out, release it out of the die. And there we go. There's our double flare. That's how it's done. Now we join it back with this union, and that is how we do the brake line repair. This is the strongest and safest way to do the repair on the line. And then we can repeat on the other end and able to join the brake lines. Once again, there you go. That is how to do the brake line repair. What we're doing here is we've already cut the line here with the line cutter, and now we're moving on to flaring our end for the double flare. So first off, we'll place the fitting in here. Place the fitting in, and then we will get our hydraulic tool. We'll set it up. But at least it's hydraulic. I find this one's much easier to work with as opposed to the handheld ones. This can get a little tricky to work with if you're under the car. Sometimes you just gotta do what we gotta do. Tighten this up. There are 45-degree inverted. Right. Okay, that's pressed. So we'll release this now. Replace the die with the cone die now. Put a cone in. Okay. Again, adjust our settings. Close the valve. Apply our pressure with the pump. Okay, it stopped. Release. Alright. Okay. There you go. Alright, let's take a look. Let's take a closer look. Alright, that is our fitting. Let's take a closer look. Again, that's just the coating on the line. Alright, that is how we do a double flare for our brake line. Alright, that's our video for today. We showed you the steps on how to do the double flare, both on and off the car, as well as a comparison between a double flare and a compression fitting. Hope this video helps. Thanks for watching.